Hello everyone and welcome back to Valhelsia 3. Since we last left off, not a whole lot been going on. Basically I've been streaming some other stuff, and that's mainly because I think it is getting close to that time. We talked in the last episode about getting, things kind of wrapped up. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. Now, it is also Thanksgiving week, so I might owe you guys another video because actually tonight I'm not really feeling super amazing. I'm not really sure what it is. It's just like I'm really kind of tired, and I'm not really sure why. I overslept, got a lot of sleep, and I'm probably more than I should have, and I think that's probably what's going on. It's been hard, like, when you wake up and your eyes are like, it's, having problems like focusing on things. Is kind of what's been going on for the most of the day. I just can't seem to get my eyes focused well, and just kind of feeling a little drained a little bit. So nonetheless, we are going to I'm going to get this one done for tonight. I'm going to probably try to get another one done, or the other one's done tomorrow, because I can't really. I've been trying to get over it today, trying to push myself to get to this point. So I'm going to show you guys what we've worked on when we did stream, which was just a little bit, and that's because, like I said, I've been working on some other stuff. A lot of you guys, and I say a lot of you guys, but I've had a lot of comments in the past as well, wondering when we're going to be doing the next Mod Life. And I think that's overdue. I think it's overdue. So I have been spending some time putting together a mod pack, and I will have it uploaded when I'm finished, hopefully during this week sometime, and we will hopefully start that up very soon. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that, and you guys can check out some of that. It will be made in 1.16.3 and 1.16.4, so if you guys are interested in checking it out, we will definitely have that available. So this is basically what I worked on. We set up the outside of the whole base. I'm not really sure what I'm calling this, but yeah. I guess it's our base for the most part, but we did this on the outside, and it's just literally jasper and granite from vanilla. So I think it looks pretty good. I feel like it turned out nice. I'm happy with it. I really am. It's definitely a lot nicer than it just being completely flat like it was. It definitely just feels a lot better this time around. And we also added a little bit of this in, and actually, now that I see that, actually forgot to add those in on this side. Well, that's my bad. So it's not completely the same all the way around, but I totally forgot to add those in all the way around. Just a little red glazed terracotta for some mosaic. Just something kind of nice looking. Kind of like that entrance, though. That looks really good. Never really looked at that yet. See the fountain in the background, the green on the sides like that? It looks very inviting. I like that a lot, actually. It's very nice. It's a cool base. I'm going to have to do something like this again in the future. Really enjoyed how this turned out. So yeah, basically, the whole point of this was, and the whole point of these series in the future are going to be not really full playthroughs. They're mainly going to be like, hey, check this out. And this is what I said in the first episode, so you guys can't say anything. I did explain this. Just explaining it again. But basically, kind of like a review, a look at, a play, so you guys can get an idea of what the pack is like. Not really to go through everything in all the mods, but like eventually, through the series, we'll probably hit on things that we didn't in other series, Mainly like in, say for instance, we jump into Mod Life 3 and I have immersive engineering and I didn't make a machine or something. We might end up making that in the next one, Or if we didn't make it something in Mechanism this time around, maybe we'll eventually do some like giant reactor from Mechanism in the future. But speaking of, that is what I want to work on today. Now, a lot of you guys are probably like, man, this doesn't sound good. I'm going to go ahead and go. And I understand. I get that. But what we're going to be doing today is we're actually still going to be doing stuff. We're going to make some power stuff. This is what we're going to do. We're going to work on making this guy right here, the gas burning generator. And from what I see here, we are actually a little low on one of the resources that I actually want. And that is gold dust, actually. Didn't even think we needed that, so we're just gonna toss that in there. We're gonna let that do its thing. We only need one. I'm gonna be very careful because I don't want my magnet to really pick it up. But I'm gonna let it finish and do the rest of them in case I need more. From what I see, by the way, if you guys have never seen this as far as... Wait, what? What am I missing? Oh, that's iron dust. Oh, I thought that was something else. Oh, crap. Well then. Okay. I guess I need to check that out. Hold on a second. I saw a message on Discord. I think it's in one of the other Discords. Oh, Lord. Figures. Okay. It's one of these messages that pinging people they probably shouldn't ping. It's not me specifically. It was like a group. And it's like that. You're not supposed to do that. Anyways, nonetheless, crap. Alright, let's let this finish real quick. Alright, got the right one. There we go. We got our electrolytic core. We're actually going to need more of those, but we're just going to quickly craft up what we need. And that's our gas burning generator now. This guy, I can't really remember the whole setup, but I do know we're going to need a few things. One of them being we're going to need a sink. So let's grab that guy. Grab us a bucket. We're going to go get a little bit of water. I do believe we still have a little bit just chilling here. Yeah, I love how this courtyard turned out. Probably one of my favorite builds, seriously. That's when you know, like I'm happy with it. It's like, I say it's one of my favorite builds. I've had a lot of builds that I wasn't really happy with in the past. For the most part, I usually enjoy most of them. This being definitely one of those. So there we go. We got a sink. We're going to definitely need that guy. Grab our bucket back. We're also going to need some electrolytic separators. And if I'm not mistaken, we're actually going to need 2 of these. And I hate that thing. I hate it when it searches like that. Can't control it all the time. All right, this should be done. We're going to go and grab in the rest of what we didn't get a minute ago. Oh, hello. Missed it. Missed my shot. Alright, so we need a couple electrolytic cores. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to need 2 of these, if I do remember correctly. These machines are very, very easy to craft. Super, super simple resources, just needing the infused alloys, redstone, electrolytic core, and some iron. So super, super easy. We'll need 2 of those. We're also going to need some mechanical pipes. Actually, hold on. I should have been typing it up here. Mechanical. What do we have? You think basic is enough? I'm wondering if the basic is enough. Also, I have been making a lot more steel, and that is because, well, we have a lot of stuff to make it. It's just so much easier now. Literally just throw it in over there. Now, I was thinking of some ways we can actually make it a little bit better. Definitely some ways we can make that easier and better over there. Just didn't really do it. So, it's okay. We'll get to more automated methods. If you guys really want to see an automated method of setting up steel production with mechanism, I would highly, highly suggest you guys checking out my series on Automaton, where I actually set that up, and I believe I used applied energistics with it. So, applied energistics and mechanism to make automated steel completely. Just telling it to craft it, and it did it up for us. Let's see. So what all do we need? So let's take a look at the gas burning generator one more time. So we're going to right click on... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Well then. Okay. I believe it needs ethylene, if I remember correctly. We need this right here. So we'll need pressurized reaction chamber. Okay. Yeah, we will need ethylene. So this might be a little bit of a difficult process. Oh, that is the process. Oh, now I remember. This is for making substrates in HDPE. Now I remember. But it makes such a good power source. It is a very powerful power source. Power source, RF generator, whatever you want to call it. Very, very powerful indeed. So we will need a couple, it looks like, pressurized reaction chambers. I think we do need the electrolytic separators. I could be wrong, but looks like we are definitely going to need 2 pressurized reaction chambers. Reaction chambers, where are we at? Pressurized reaction chambers. There we go. So we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those guys. We will need a couple enrichment chambers. Thankfully, we have all the stuff. This is a good thing, because this would be a little annoying otherwise. I can tell you that much. We need a dynamic tank. A couple of those, which I think I actually crafted way too many, but that's okay. 2 pressurized reaction chambers. Okay. And let's go ahead and take a look at this. HDPE. So we're going to click on the HDPE pellet. I don't think we're going to need to take it to this level, because we're just going to be doing power. I don't think we're going to need HDPE, so we just need the liquid ethylene. And liquid ethylene. Ethylene to liquid ethylene. Is it just ethylene or liquid ethylene? I can't remember. I don't think we actually needed that actual amount. Did they change the way this thing works? I don't think they did. Max output 160 FE per tick. Do I need upgrades for this thing? I can't remember now. Gosh, it has actually been a while. Did I ever do this on YouTube for you guys? I don't actually remember if I ever did, now that I think about it. Speed upgrade and energy upgrade. I don't know if we need the energy upgrades, but we'll go ahead and get some going, just in case. It'd be super simple to do. But yeah, definitely want to get some cool power. I want to show you guys some cool power sources, or at least this one. If you have never used it before, and it's so simple to set up, at least that I remember, unless they changed it, which is a big possibility. So we will need a little bit of power to kind of get us going, and what I'm thinking is we're just going to go ahead and maybe steal one of these for the moment. And that's just to kind of get the electrolytic separators kind of up and rolling. And what we could do is, in theory, we could just steal the energy cube. It probably would be a better idea. But let's grab some cables real quick. Craft up a few of those. 32. And then let's go set this guy up. Let's go see what we can do. So I do want to set this up on the other side. I'm not sure really which room I want to do it in. I was thinking... maybe this room. This might be a good room to do it in. Yeah, let's do it in this room. I wasn't really sure. We still have a bunch of rooms that we haven't really done anything with, and we're probably gonna not get it all going, but it's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out. So what we'll do is set down an electrolytic separator. We'll set down another one just to kind of lay this out a little bit better. Maybe a pressurized reaction chamber. Actually, hold on. Let's do it like this. I'm not sure how we're going to run this. I'm pretty sure we need the ethylene. I'm pretty sure that's what runs in there. But this is like a fully like self-sufficient setup. Like you can at least get it to there eventually and just make it fully self-sufficient. And it's so good. So good. All right, so this thing just needs water. So if you are unaware of how this particular machine works, all it needs is a little bit of water. So we're just going to go ahead and run that. Let's grab our wrench out of here, our configurator. There we go. Got our water coming in. We will need to grab a little bit of sunlight so that way we can set up some power in here. Like I said, we will try to set this up a little bit better eventually, but for now, let's just kind of get it rolling. Whether it looks pretty or not, it's just gonna work. Oh, that bees, they make footsteps? I thought there was a creeper over there for a second. Good Lord. You can tell if I sound off, I do apologize. You could probably tell that I sound kind of off today. And like I said, I don't know, I just feel a little weird. I'm not really sure what's going on. There we go. So now we got power in there. The thing's already going to start running. We don't need a whole lot, like I said, to start us off. By the time we get to the end, we pretty much will have everything kind of running. So you can see these filled up, and we're getting hydrogen and oxygen inside of here. So now if we take a look at our pressure reaction chamber to get ethylene, if we go ahead and hold A on that, we'll see that pop up on the left side here, so we don't have to keep typing it in. Let's see, ethylene is made with biofuel. So you guys might be wondering, but Bentley, what about the biofuel? We need that. That is very true. We do need biofuel, and to get biofuel, if I'm not mistaken, I remember correctly, I believe we will need a crusher from Mechanism itself. Now, we don't want to go too crazy with this. I don't think we need to go too crazy, like with upgrades and all of that. At least not that I remember. So we should be all right. As far as lava is concerned, I know we do need some, but we got a nice little lava pool just chilling right over here, right down our mine, right at the start. And this is basically what I've been doing if I ever need just a tiny bit of lava. Just grabbing it from there. works perfectly fine. Also, I made a bunch of hamburgers for us during this whole recording process, so we don't have to worry about going to get food or what have you. All right, so lava, lava, crusher. There you go. Also, don't really know why the crusher really needs lava, but it's interesting. So if we take a look and we type in like biofuel, we need this stuff right here. There it is, the crusher. Now we could go ahead and make this a little bit better by, getting some upgrades and a tier upgrade in that thing. But what we're gonna do is, well, we got plenty of biofuel. So what we can do is we can actually route this under the ground all the way over to our room over there, and it's just going to produce us a crazy amount of biofuel. So as long as this thing actually still works, which I'm hoping it does, we'll put the crusher back here for the moment. Let that thing get some power. Let's put the wonderful cactus in there, and we should see this starting to do its thing. Yep, there we go. So 4 biofuel. Now, do I really want that there? Considering I kind of want it to go in this thing. Yeah, let's just put it like right there. This is what we'll do. We'll put it right there, and then we'll come into our side configuration. We'll set our output on the side, and then on this one, we will set the back to input red? Dark red? Oh. Oh. We still need to do this. Items config. Auto eject. There we go. Auto eject on. There we go. So there we are. So we don't have to like set anything too crazy up. And we are getting the biofuel in. So now I need to dictate what comes out into this. So ethylene, we're starting off. We need, in the pressurized reaction chamber, we need just a little bit of hydrogen and water making its way into there with the biofuel. All right, so we need to get the water over to this guy as well. We will run a pipe over this way. We'll not connect to that one because it doesn't take it. So there's a lot better way of setting this up. But I'm just doing it on the fly because I don't remember and it might have changed a little bit. So I think it might be better that way. So now we also need that. Now here's the thing about this particular machine here. The deal with this thing is that we actually need the hydrogen. One side only does oxygen, one side only does hydrogen. I can't remember which. Can't remember which does what. Now, that's the other thing too. Do these actually... I think that's only fluids. At mechanism. I think there's one specific for gas. Let's take a look. Okay, so we got our universal cables for power. We got the mechanical pipes for fluids. And then this is the yep, there we go. Pressurized tube. Okay, so that's what we need to go make. We need a couple pressurized tubes to kind of move things around a little bit. I said I try not to poke around with mechanism too much because I really like the mod and I don't want to get kind of like burned out on it. So normally I don't really poke around too much with it. Like there's a lot of stuff in the end game that I just theoretically I just don't kind of mess with. Because I want to do it one day and not like get tired of doing it over and over and over again. So, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I'm just a weird person. I really am. So there we go. There's the hydrogen. That's what we want. And we need to put that in this guy. So maybe we route it through the bottom? Or we could just flip the machine around. I mean, that would be pretty simple to do as well. Just to kind of grab this, put it there. Now, if we pick this up and we grab our pressurized tube there. Now, what we're going to do in this, oh, that's the reaction chamber. That's totally not what we want. Where's my electrolytic separator that we picked up? Was it this one? Okay, it was. So there we go. We got the hydrogen coming in and it's already working in the pressurized reaction chamber. Look at that. So what we want to do is on this side, we'll see this on both sides, idle. And then we want to dump excess. And what that's going to do is basically it's just going to get rid of the stuff that we don't really need, which is the oxygen. We don't really need the oxygen, at least not yet. We might have to turn that back on. But I want that to dump because otherwise it's not going to be able to make hydrogen. If the oxygen side is full, it will not be able to produce and craft and, well, just make hydrogen, which is what we need. And there's our ethylene. So, we got the ethylene. I believe this is a fluid, and we need the gas version of it. Or that's the gas, and we need the liquid version. I'm not sure. It doesn't really say in here. Liquid ethylene. Yeah, liquid ethylene doesn't really show us, and then the regular ethylene doesn't say that it works in the gas burning generator. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to test this out, because if this doesn't work, I don't really know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do, so I'm going to assume that that is that. The gas burning generator needs this on one of the sides, and I'm not sure which it is. Okay, so I'm thinking it actually takes the gas, because otherwise that liquid would have connected to it. Now, one way we can check this out, if we grab the pressurized tube, as you can see, it hooks it up. So we got the ethylene in there, and that's the gas. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So that's, yeah. So we don't need to make liquid ethylene, so we just need to hook it up. So where's it at? Gas burning generator. There we go. And pressurized tube. We'll set this machine up to output the front with auto eject on. That is the wrong one. We need it for gases. Auto eject on, output. And there you go. Look at that. Dude, this thing's already made that much power. You see that? Look at all the ethylene in there. Look at that. See how simple this setup is? You can also continue this along, right? You can continue this on because you get the substrate if you want to make HDPE. So you'll put the ethylene that you get from here, which is, well, actually, we'll have to make it into the other thing first. I have to make it into the liquid variant of it and the concentrator. But if you want to go with the HDPE route, you will need that, and then you will take the oxygen. So you basically route like kind of in a circle here, right? So you would take the oxygen out of here. I thought we needed 2 of these. I think I had a setup one time where I actually had 2 of these because I think I know why now. I think I know why I needed that now. I think it was because of the fact that the way I had it set up, I couldn't really route the oxygen to the second pressurized reaction chamber, and that's, I think, the reason why. So, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I'll try to make an edit to not, so you guys don't craft it on the screen. Nonetheless, though, it's not a bad thing. Plus, having a second one is actually not bad because it actually kind of pertains to what I have planned in the future anyways. So we will need another electrolytic separator. Technically we don't, but I would prefer to. That way we can leave that one running and make the power that we want when we need it. So I would like to have my own little amount of hydrogen when we're ready to get to that point. And you might already know why. There's not really many uses for having hydrogen, so you can probably kind of guess, you know, why I would want that. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade this real fast to this one, the advanced variant. And it looks like we can actually take this up another one. So we're actually going to do that, and for good reason. It's always nice to have a nice backlog of power, especially if you really are going to be doing a lot of heavy stuff. So let's go ahead and hook this up to the gas burning generator, and you guys can kind of see what I mean when I say this is a very great form of power. So if we look back here, yes, the biofuel is... our cactus is running a little low, but a cloche, one single cloche can keep up with this perfectly fine. And I think you guys could see that just alright, just by looking at that. So we're going to put that there. And if we look at this, we got a burn rate of 1.5 buckets per tick. I don't know if this thing actually takes upgrades. I thought it did. I guess it doesn't. Really wish this would actually show us. So a max output. The input's not showing for some reason. But you have to understand that this is also a elite energy cube. So this holds over 25 million RF. And we're gaining a lot of power very quickly. we're gaining a lot of power very quickly. If you look at the top of the screen there, from what I remember, oh, there you go. It shows you right there. It shows you right there at the top. I think it's doing a little bit more than I remember, actually. I thought it was only doing 8,000. I think, looks like it's doing more now. Looks like it's doing about 13,000 RF a tick, or FE, forge energy per tick. And it's actually, this is going weirdly, like it's kind of crazy. So I think the burn rate on this actually looks like it's going down. And I think the reason why it goes down like that is because the more it uses, if I remember right, and I could be wrong on this, the more it constantly uses it, the more efficient it kind of is. But I could be very wrong on that. But look at this. We've already filled up an elite energy cube. So this is what I want to show you. Like, there's some other amazing powers, or power generators and like mechanism and other things. But this thing is just insane. You see how easy this is to set up. And if you have like the right mods to give you water super easy, which mechanism has a way for you to get water very easily. You just need a pump, an electric pump. So if you type in pump, you can literally just make an electric pump, which is very simple to do. You set it up in a 3x3, right, with water sources, and then you just put it, you know, in the middle, like one block above the middle, and it will count as an infinite source. So it's super easy to get the water. As far as farming is concerned, I don't know if there's anything in mechanism, but immersive engineering with the cloches are perfect in this case, and you can get a good amount of having, you know, biofuel, and this is just insane. Like, this is actually insane. So the only other problem that we're actually going to have around here is that we're going to need to export this out, because if this does not get exported out, then it will not continue to make us the ethylene that we need to power our gas burning generator. So I think what we're going to do, as much as I'm not a big fan of those, I was going to say, actually, you know what? We're going to change it up. We're not going to be using that. We're going to make ourselves a bin. So this holds 4,096. We can upgrade to the next tier, which I'm not sure how much it holds because I don't really use these very much, but I'm pretty sure these will work out just well for us. And we might even be able to, I'm not sure how many of these we have left. How many of these alloys do I have? Oh, we have 55. Holy crap. Yeah, we're good. We'll just go ahead and make this version then. We'll do that. We'll do this. And boom. 32,000. So that'll last us a good while. Now, another thing we could do, in theory, if you wanted to do this without making HDPE, I would totally recommend going a different way with this. I don't know if this has a way to void items, or you can make a trash lot. I was going to suggest maybe keeping a certain amount, and that way, like, voiding the rest. So the way you would go about doing that, and I guess we'll just go ahead and do it, is just to make a storage drawer real quick. And I'm not sure if I have the stuff in here. I don't have any planks, do I? All right, move the chest down. Grab some wood, do the thing, make the stuff. There you go. All right, so let's type in drawer one more time. And if I take a look, do they have that in storage drawers? At storage drawers. Looks like they do. Very nice. So void upgrade. So we can literally just hook this up like so. I was going to say I might use that one, but honestly, if we want to leave this running, it would probably be better to just use the storage drawer. I don't know if there's a way to actually do it with the bins. If there is, you guys please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know if there is a way. As far as I know, I'm not very sure about this. So now I need a way to get this out of here. And you can see it's kind of crazy. Like, we don't need this anymore, actually. So what we can do is we can literally just vein mine this to get that out of the way. We have our basic universal cable here. And we can power literally all of our stuff off the same setup. It'll just power itself because we produce so much power off of this. Let's see, input on all sides. Oops, there we go. Output on the top. So there we go. Now it's running off of that itself. So now it's just literally running off of itself. Is there a machine running that needs... I'm not sure what's going on. Is it the hydrogen? I think it's the hydrogen. Okay, yeah, I think it's the hydrogen running. The hydrogen's actually filling up. Did you hear a ploop? Oh, I might have picked up the shingle. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, so as you can see, this is not working anymore. We're not getting any more ethylene in because we have substrate just chilling in there. So let's go ahead and set this up. I guess what we'll do is we'll break out from the bottom. Not going to make it look too pretty, but it's better than nothing, right? I think we'll need some logistical pipes for this, but let's go ahead and apply the upgrade to this. If we shift right click on it, destroys excess items. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if Storage Wars has a thing to make this work right. But, guys, 13,000 RF a tick for this? Like, really? You see how simple this is? And it even starts you off by making HDPE, which, if you don't know what HDPE is, I think you need this for making the HDPE sheets. So HDPE, yep. So you need that to make the HDPE sheets. You can also make it a lot easier in your enrichment chamber, obviously. But eventually you will need this for some other stuff, like, I don't know what that is. Actually, I don't know. I used to use it for something. What the heck did I use it for? SPS casing? Well, you'll definitely would get further along in mechanism. You're going to need it for that. For the mecha suit, which I would like to make at one point. We're probably not going to get to it in this series, unfortunately, because it looks like we're going to need to get into, like, the reactor stuff. I'm trying to remember what I use HDPE for. The mecha tool. Solar thingy-madoo. I don't really remember what I used HDPE for. Maybe whatever I used it for, they might have removed it. I don't know. It may not be in this version anymore. So, since how we're not gonna really need to use it, we're gonna set output on the bottom, and I might need to use my configurator for this. Okay. Oh, that was for energy. Dang it. Wait. Fluids, gases. But this is items config. Output bottom blue. Oh, stupid storage drawers. So I was informed by a friend of mine that apparently these will work if you pipe into the front of them. But apparently only if you use a certain pipe. And apparently these are not that. So, looks like we're just going to have to do it with a bin. And as you can see, it works now. So this is going to hold a crazy amount of HDPE, and I don't think we're going to have to really worry about exceeding that amount for the remainder of this particular thing. Now, there's also like other... I think there's other items like nullifiers or trash bins. I mean, honestly, you could even just go as far as if you don't really want it, like all of the substrate here, you could literally just use the factory dropper and just have that drop into like a little pool of lava or onto a cactus, you know, something of that nature. That would work just fine if you really didn't want it. I'm wondering if I can confuse this thing though. I'm curious. I gotta get this thing working. Hold on, I gotta try this. I'm sorry, today's episode might be a little bit... I usually aim for 30 minutes. It's not working so well lately. So, hold on, Hopper. We're gonna try a vanilla method real fast. So, all of these upgrades that I added, now what we can do is, now that we have the appropriate amount of power, we might actually be able to get by with just one electrolytic separator, because what I'm thinking about doing is just doing this. Putting these energy upgrades in. We're going to put in 4, even though this thing can take 8. And then we'll put in a few speed upgrades as well to kind of increase our production. So if this ever gets full, like it is, and it's not able to do more, which we can totally put in more upgrades as well. I'm wondering, is this ever going to... Oh, there it goes. I was wondering when we were going to get more hydrogen coming in. So we could literally put a tank here. So we're going to do that here in a second. And you can see we're keeping it with power and we're still making a literal ton of ethylene. It's insane. But hold on, I got to try this. I wonder if instead Actually, hold on. Let's just, instead of like going crazy hooking this up, let me just put that there. And we're going to do that. Okay, so like that would work. Yeah. So what we can do is then from here, if we really, since these things are literally so finicky, we can just do something like this. And just have it extract out of here into the storage drawer. So if we run over our limit that the storage drawer can hold, which I can't really remember off the top of my head because it also doesn't show at the top, but if it runs over, then we don't have to worry about it anymore. We won't have a backup at all, ever. So we don't have to worry about that. Let's go grab a few more upgrades. We can do it on the crusher. We can literally run this whole system and we can make so much power and just not ever have to worry about it. And I'm not even fully upgrading the machines. That's the great part. We're not even fully upgrading the machines. I think I ran out of glass, which is fine because I didn't grab the glass out of here. And we also had steel. I'd made up a little bit more steel because I thought, actually, I know I'm going to need some in the future, so I figured, why not? Let's see. Let's grab 4 more of those, and then we'll go ahead and do these as well. 1, 2. Okay, that's fine. We'll just deal with what we got. I'm not making more of that up right now. It's easy to do, but I'm just not doing it just yet. So another thing I'll do eventually, if anything, I'll run a line from over there just into our crusher so it can actually just have a constant amount of cactus ready to go. And then we just need to figure out how we're going to route the power around. So this thing is using none right now. Actually, hold on. I didn't mean to run so far back. I meant to make a one more item for us for the future. So I'm sorry I made too many things. Sorry I made too many of these. But if we want to get HDPE, we can totally do that. I totally just spaced out. Like I said, I'm not feeling great today. And it's been a long time since I made this. But yeah. So hopefully you guys will forgive me. I really apologize. I do. Chemical tank. Think. Are they... I guess they're all... I'm pretty sure this is the one I want. And what we're going to do is we'll just go and upgrade this up to the advanced version and the elite version. So that should hold more than enough than what we need. Honestly, we probably don't even need this one. I'm going to use this one just because. Why not? I don't see any problem with it. And then we're just going to poke this guy down right here. And you'll see that we will be able to store up to 256,000 units of hydrogen in there. So that's going to keep this machine running. And if we look, we got 4 out of 8, 4 out of 8. Honestly, that should be just fine. This is using 2.5 thousand RF a tick. So that thing is running quite heavy. We're just going to go ahead and put the remaining energy upgrades in this. Kind of knock this down a little bit. It says needed. Wow. Is that actually not using that? Or is this just like messed up? Using 2.5 thousand, needing 0. That's so weird. I don't... Oh, it's at the top. That'll work. 640. That... 640,000? Or is it just 640? What? That can't be that much. The K on there is kind of throwing me off at the top. Unless, I don't know. This seems a little wonky. But we're making a ton of ethylene, and we're making a lot of power. So with that, and we're going to have an excess amount of hydrogen, which means we'll be able to utilize this for some other things in the future. And then we can also just go ahead and speed this thing up. So let's go ahead and put the 4 in there. And then I think we're just going to toss in 2 speed upgrades. We really don't need this thing to go that fast. So yeah, like that one looks a little bit better. And that's all we need to do is just to get this thing a little kickstart. And now, you know, this thing's going to start running a little bit faster now. So you can see already, it's already running faster. Get our substrates coming in a little bit more. And we're just going to be producing more and more ethylene. Then eventually this thing's just going to fill up. And it's going to stop because we have more ethylene than we really need. So it's kind of just a perfect little system to make some real easy and very quick power. It's actually very cheap to do too. Like this would not take you long to really set up. And then we have extra hydrogen for later even. So like this is top tier. If you guys don't know about this, y'all should really, really try this out. It's one of my favorite methods and mechanism just because it is also nice. It used to be really nice with the HDPE because you did need that for stuff. And in this case, we didn't really need it. So I think the last time I used this was in Sky Factory 4. Not necessarily on YouTube, but it was for all, I was doing it on Twitch, streaming it when I was testing out the mod pack. Yeah, and I think something in that pack might have needed HDPE, so we got a good amount of HDPE, I'm sure. And yeah, so we figured out some stuff. It looks cool, and we got powered. I love it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it doesn't bother you guys at all. Yeah. Sorry, I'm so weird today. I know it seems kind of strange. I feel kind of strange right now, in all fairness. But hopefully I feel better tomorrow. I think tomorrow I might take tomorrow so I can try to get those videos done. Try to get them done for this week because I'm probably going to take Thursday off, at least stream-wise. You guys will still have the videos for this week, though. But yeah, thinking I'll take off Thursday because I want to spend some time with my family because it's Thanksgiving holiday this week. So yeah, spend the night with my family, make it back Friday maybe, and then try to do stream then. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll pick up in the next episode, and we'll continue working on a few things to kind of start working towards the end of our wonderful series here. So hopefully you guys pick something up from this, and we'll catch you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. Love your faces. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, goodbye.